I don't know if you've ever noticed this trend, but there's a reality in American culture that when certain parties hold the presidential office, all of a sudden we're in the apocalypse. You know, it's the end times. We have the Antichrist in office, and but it's only with certain parties, and so right now, that hasn't been a big message. You know, it hasn't been shouted from the rooftops that this is the apocalypse. So today, I want to talk about that, how we are in an apocalypse. Now, first of all, we have to make sure we understand what an apocalypse is. So I'm not saying it's the end times. I'm not saying any of that. Let's understand the word apocalypse. It comes from the Greek, so there's Greek language origin there. And the word does not mean end times. It doesn't mean the end. It doesn't mean the downfall. What it actually means is an unveiling, a revealing, to show something that we didn't have knowledge of before, but now we have knowledge of. Okay, so that's what that apocalypse word, that's the origin of it. We also have to look at apocalyptic literature, because for some reason in our culture, our understanding of apocalyptic literature is a foretelling, a prophecy of what will be. But the actual intent of apocalyptic literature was to instill hope in the readers. It was to paint a picture, to tell a story of something so bad, of leadership so corrupt. But read it all the way to the end, the good triumphs. That was actually the purpose of apocalyptic literature. And so when we look at the circumstances of our nation today, I see a lot of unveiling happening. I see where it's not that all of a sudden America is hateful and there's bigots and there's racists, and those things were there. Those feelings were there, those thoughts were there, those people were there. It's that there's been an unveiling. It's that it's been exposed. And with that, we have to read probably my favorite scripture. Let's look at Romans. Romans 8:28. I read it a lot. I'm going to read it. I'm in the NIV, and I'm going to read it in the NIV. But then I want to talk to you about other manuscripts, because there's so many translations of this and different manuscripts of it. And so, but let me just read it first. So Romans 8:28, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Now, what I don't like about this, if we were going to do the I.D. Stumley paraphrase version, it's everything works out for my good. Life is rigged in my favor. That's my translation of it. But not everybody likes my translation. But I want to talk to you about other manuscripts of this. And I think there's some power in reading this. So let's just listen to this other translation. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, and work together with those who love God and bring about what is good. Now, when people ask me, well, who is God? I always say, God is love. Let's replace God with love for just a minute here. And we know that all things work together for the good to those who love love. And those who work together with those who love love and bring about what is good. If we are focused on love and we look for the good in every situation, we will see it, and it will work out for our good. Even the circumstances in our nation today, there is so much being unveiled. There is so much sexual abuse being unveiled in the Christian churches, and I am thankful. Because what is happening right now is the good are rising up and saying no more. We're being better advocates for those who don't have a voice. Yes, bigotry and racism is being unveiled. It was already here. It's being unveiled. And the good are rising up and saying, no, that is not who we are. We are becoming better Americans, better parents, better citizens. I'm seeing a lot of good come out of this apocalypse, and I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful. Don't turn me off. I'm thankful for this presidency. I'm thankful for the leadership. I'm thankful for the ugliness, not that has happened, but that has been exposed. I'm thankful that the blinders are off, that we're not just going through our day-to-day existence in this country. We're realizing things are not okay. And it's got to change. And I think I have to be part of the change. This is good stuff. And so I'm thankful I'll be the voice this season in saying, we're in an apocalypse right now. We're in an unveiling. We're in a revealing. And it's our time to rise up, to love, to be the good that America needs, that our neighbors need, that our family needs, and to see the good in this ugliness. Be blessed.